I'm going to weigh in on this, but here we go. It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture. Take my name if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric right now online about the political ideologies that this represents, and I don't discount that, but for me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world that continues to value white, Eurocentric beauty standards, which I naively thought by this point we would have moved the needle on. And this girl is now wishing she too could wake up with blonde hair and blue eyes. It took me so long, too long in my life to look in the mirror and see beauty. And I hate
that's your fault.
Continues to be a
that's your problem
experience for young brown girls in this country.
Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back. This is Salty Chatterbox, and today is July 31st, 2025. And yeah, the trend is still Sydney Sweeney. I gotta be honest with you, I never heard about this girl before. I'm 45 years old, so I'm really not into this crap. This trend is absolutely absurd and ridiculous, and all I can see over and over and over and over again from all the liberal women is blatant envy. Jealousy. They are jealous as jealousy can be. You heard what she said. She said that she had to wait so long to see beauty in the mirror, and I don't understand how is somebody else's problem or fault. That's your problem together with your therapist. That's not our problem. Then she says several times they try to destroy this girl because of simple fact that she's cute, thin, white, and blonde. That's her sin. That's all the problem. If she was black and fat, nobody would even know about this brand. Nobody would even hear about any jeans. And like everybody says, Beyonce also did the Levi's commercial, and she looked hot, she looked fine. Anybody said anything? Anybody said nothing because it was Beyonce. But now it's a cute, blue-eyed, blonde girl. That's a sin. It's jealousy, simple jealousy.
I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body.
Just get out. You don't want to be somewhere, just get out. You can't blame others for what you feel. You can't blame others for your feelings, for your perception. You perceive life somehow, some way. That's not somebody else's fault. You perceive yourself as an ugly person. That's up to you. I don't have to perceive myself as ugly because you perceive yourself ugly. That's not how it works.
Out of this culture, take my name if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted.
See, she said that, what if I wake up one day blue eyes, blonde, and white, and I don't have to explain myself? That's blatant jealousy. She hates herself. She hates herself. That's the problem with liberal women. They hate themselves so much, and they actually, the biggest part, the worst part is that they become uglier because they want to. You can see them in the streets with those haircuts, shaving half the head, then two little flecks here, yellow or green or blue or pink. That's ugly. And also those things they put in the nose ring, that's for cows. That's not for humans. That's for cows or for slaves. Maybe if you want to be a slave and they pulled you, because if you read a book why they put that on cows, you will understand what's the function of it, and I'm sure that you're not gonna like it. So don't get uglier. You get ugly because you want to, and then you complain because the people on the right is usually more beautiful and cuter, and that's a fact. And that kills you so much. You can't take that Republican woman is more beautiful than liberal women. That's the truth, and every day you get uglier.
That is why this American Eagle ad with Sweeney is especially off-putting.
Especially off-putting.
Now online about the political ideology.
I'm so traumatized. I feel unsafe. I'm American Eagle make me feel unsafe.
That this represents, and I don't discount that, but for me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world.
No, wrong, because not every girl has a complex of inferiority like you. You know, there's a lot of brown and black girls that love themselves, love their skin colors. It's just a different on melanin. Melanin, no melatonin. I always confuse. Melatonin is to sleep. Melanin is the skin. So yeah, it's just a different degree of melanin in your skin. That's all. But we all bleed red. You cut yourself and you're gonna bleed red. The girl there in Sydney, Sweeney, she's gonna bleed red too. So why the jealousy? Just try to be beautiful with what you have.
Value white Eurocentric beauty standards, which I naively thought
Eurocentric.
we would have moved the needle on. And this girl is now wishing she too could wake up with blonde hair and blue eyes. It took me so long, too long in my life to look in the mirror and see beauty. And I hate that continues to be a shared experience for young brown girls in this country.
You're wrong. You're wrong. I mean, again, I said it. That is your problem if you feel ugly. If I feel ugly, if I feel stupid, if I feel bad, that's me. You cannot let all the outside factors to control your life. So if somebody tells you you're ugly, you're gonna be ugly because, oh yeah, that person told me I'm ugly, and you're gonna feel like that your whole life. You're never gonna get over it. Really? You're that attached to that feeling? Pathetic. Anyway, let's see. Here I have I found this very interesting video from Piers Morgan regarding this subject. And this guy, the black guy here, I don't know his name, but I've seen him several times. He's absolutely unhinged. Listen to what he says.
You used the word normal and talked about it in the context of this white woman. White women are normal, but so are other people. The problem is, historically, we have only normalized white people. And so we've made white women's bodies, white male bodies, the norm.
See, that's the narrative they're trying to push. That the normalized people is white. No, I don't know if you recall, if you have realized, but for the past 5 years at least, being white was worse than being Hitler's son. Being white has been the worst part of the more, I don't know how to say that in English, but the worst part of society for the past 5 years. We've been treated like garbage. Black people, they commit crimes, serious crimes, serious offenses, serious stuff, and they have been forgiven. When a white commits a crime and he does time, like literally goes to prison and he's fine for the very same crime, several black people has been sent home without having to do a single day in jail and no fine. Maybe with an ankle monitor. Maybe. But that's the truth. And I'm not gonna take that one back. Black people has been privileged for the past 5 years, at least the past 5 years. Like it or not, then that's a fact.
Less human, less beautiful, less real. And
Nope.
so when we say good genes are the
What
ones
a
that...
load of crap. Honestly, I'm sorry, Mark. If I may jump in on my own show.
Yeah.
What a load of
If
crap.
I may.
I saw Beyonce do a jeans ad.
you
Everybody
go.
drooled over it. I loved it. Thought she looked hot when she did. Right? I mean, what are you talking about, man? This is... Let me ask you a straight question. Let me ask you a straight question.
Okay, I want you to pay attention to what he's gonna say. This guy here, he's gonna talk about. Okay, he's blaming at this point. He's blaming words. Let me explain. He's in the commercial, as I understand. She says a better jeans, good jeans. I have good jeans, something like that. Then he wants to turn it and flip it that. Oh, she says I have good genes and you don't have good genes, and it's going to eugenics, to genetics. He goes there. We're talking about blue genes, no genes from genetics. But he wanna flip it like that. He wants to turn the narrative onto eugenics. Let's listen up.
Does Sydney Sweeney have bad genes? Yes or no?
No, I don't think she has bad genes.
So she has good genes. Does she have good genes?
No. Again, you're trying for these gotchas. If you
So
just
she doesn't
listen,
have good or bad genes.
the whole point is to argue that good and bad genes itself is a bad idea. It's a racist idea.
Why can't you have good genes, Mark?
Why is it racist?
If
Why
you all
can't
would
you
allow
have
me
good
to
genes?
answer. All right, I'm going to respond, and I'm going to hope that you don't interrupt me as I answer. Okay? Because again, no one else has been interrupted.
Give it a try.
People who disagree with
Give it a try.
What I'm saying is,
Stop being so precious,
the
please.
word you listen. The word eugenics literally means good genes. It literally means that etymologically. The point here is to judge human beings based on their genes and to decide that you have good genes and you have bad genes isn't in and of itself a racist project. That's the point. So no, it's not that I think that I have good genes and you can't say anyone else has good genes. I'm saying let's get rid of the good genes narrative, particularly when it's based on hair, and eyes, and body type. Why? Because those things are racially coded. In other words, if I say
wrong, everything, that's the problem with liberals, with the left, everything is racially coded. Everything. There is not a single word that you can say in front of a liberal without feeling that you have to walk on eggshells. There is not an open, sincere, genuine conversation possible with a leftist. It's not possible. Somehow, at some point of the conversation, of the debate, you will insult their feelings, you will insult their perception, and they will turn into the ad hominem attack, and they will flip the conversation into trying to turn you into a racist because simply you don't agree with their idea, with their narrative, with their indoctrination. So no, you have to agree with them, or else you're a racist, xenophobe, blah, blah, blah. They throw you all the names in the book.
that straight hair is good genes or blonde hair is good genes. And no, I'm not after watching an ad Googling someone to figure out their natural roots. You'd be shocked to know how many people don't do that.
Yeah, you almost
If
there.
I'm doing these things and I see your eye color and your hair as a sign of your good genes, then that means someone who has a different hair or eye color doesn't have good genes. And if you, the last thing
Wrong.
I'll say is if you
Wrong. You're simply different. If you say, yeah, you have good genes, you can have good genes being black. And honestly, black people has better genes than white people in physical resistance, physical endurance. And that's a fact. I'm white, and I know a guy my age, with my physique, with the same, more or less same conditions as me. If he's black, he will have more resistance than I do, because those are body biology. That's simple biology. And I don't feel bad because a black guy can run faster than me or can do more push-ups than me, or no. I accept it, I absorb it, I'll take it, I understand it, and what do? I do my best. I do my best in order to reach his point or her point. I don't try to pull him down saying you have better genes than me because you're black, so Usain Bolt is black and he's a racist because he beat some white guys. No. You actually, what you do is work harder and try to reach his point. You don't pull people down. You try to lift yourself to where they are.
look historically at ads, at culture.
It doesn't though, does it? Calm down. Calm down. It doesn't actually mean
Calm down.
No,
hang on.
Take your chill pill.
No,
Chill
I
pill.
speak on my own show.
Have a tea.
Just calm down.
I'm asking you not to be condescending.
Stop being so precious. My instruction about shouting was between the four of you, not me. It's my show. I do what I like.
Yes, I don't care if
And
it's
my
your show,
point is
Piers.
this.
If you interrupt me in the first minute, it's bad form. I'm saying that if you let the guest
That's
go
racist, too.
talk for 3 minutes, then don't allow me to talk for more than 1 second. You literally didn't let me finish the first
You
sentence.
have literally
good.
done more talking than all three other guests put together, multiple
That is
by
not true.
2 or 3. So
That's
cool
not
your
true,
precious
but my
jets.
issue with you interrupting
Cool
was
your
not
precious
at this
jets.
point. It was at the
Yeah,
first
that's
10
racist,
seconds.
too.
My point was just don't interrupt me in the first 10
You're
seconds.
racist because you're interrupting only me because I'm black. You're the only one talking.
I'm not angry. I'm talking over you.
Right.
Can I jump in here,
have
Piers?
blue eyes. Right. I also have good genes, particularly on my mother's side, because my skin is surprisingly good for a person of my age, because my mother's side all had good skin. You got a problem with that?
There you go. That was beautiful. That was just beautiful. That's how you have to finish the discussion. You have to confront them. Confront them with the truth. Confront them with the facts. Don't be afraid to say the truth. Don't be afraid to be canceled. Don't be afraid. You can be canceled, but the truth will set you free. That's a fact. You don't have to freak out in such a way. People is making a big deal out of it. Let's listen to this one. She also freaked out and went viral yesterday.
The Sydney Sweeney Aryan Eagle ad is not only xenophobic and racist, it's also scientifically inaccurate. She says genes often determine hair color and eye color.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's
often? That's literally what they do.
Yeah.
If they're not determining hair color and eye color, what is? It's giving red pill podcast bro with no marketing experience clearly running their ad department. And I just hate when companies make content trying to use medical or scientific terms and then completely fuck it up. Like, it's not that hard to Google what genes do, how DNA works. Do genes often determine our traits, or do they always determine our traits?
But if you take, I don't know, I think they are taking this also to eugenics and all that. I still insist that she's talking about the blue genes. This one went viral also. I saw her yesterday everywhere, in Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. And she is mad. But she's very dumb. Look at her. How I don't understand why liberal women love to make themselves look uglier. They love to look uglier. Look at all the makeup, all the shit. Just be normal. We men, if you're interested in men, we don't like all the makeup and all the pound cake you put on your face. No, we like a nice, natural woman. She doesn't have to be blonde with blue eyes and white. There's a lot of people, a lot of men that love brown women, black women, Asian women, and white women.
Don't forget to boycott American Eagle for their racist.
Don't forget your friendly reminder.
Shit online talking about blue jeans.
Your friendly reminder.
Boycott American Eagle.
Boycott.
The shit out of them.
Yeah.
Boycott. Do not buy them and cancel this person, Miss Sweeney. Cancel for her being racist.
Racist. She's racist because she did a commercial. She's racist because she came out on camera. How dare Sydney Sweeney come out in camera? How dare she? How dare any camera make her look beautiful? That's so freaking racist. I can take it. That make me feel unsafe.
Propaganda. Cancel Eagle.
Dumbass. You're so dumb. You're so dumb. You people are so dumb. I'm so tired of liberals. Look at that. Beyonce has genes too. Has better genes. We can debate about that. Anyways. Oh, last one. Let's do this last one. Let's see what she says. I'm always curious about these girls.
Did American Eagle just run an ad for eugenics?
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
Okay.
My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Totally just talking about denim, right? Just a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman explaining.
Okay. Yeah, it's the first time that I really pay attention to this commercial, at this part of the commercial, and you can basically in the commercial they allow you to take it however you want. Yes, genes are passed from generation to generation. That's true. She said it. But if this commercial was made back in 1985, they would have thought, yeah, the genes that father passed the literal blue genes to his son so he can try the blue genes. That's what I understand. That's what as I understand it. But these leftists, they are always insulted. Always. They're always so insecure.
For personality and purity. I mean, are we really going to pretend that this isn't a little fashy coded? Look, I'm not saying that Sydney Sweeney personally wrote this ad to revive the Third Reich. American
to revive the Third Reich, we're there.
You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes.
You don't get
while
to
zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda.
You don't get to. That's the thing. See, the left thinks that you need their permission to put anything, to make a commercial. You need their permission to speak. You need their permission to talk. You need their permission to believe and to think. That's what the left believes, that you need permission, their permission, and their like they have to agree with you, or else it's canceled.
Poster and expect people not to catch that reference. Good genes used to mean racial purity in fascist circles, and now it's just denim marketing. We are watching fascist aesthetics sneak back into pop culture through fashion ads, tradwife influencers, and yes, now blue jeans. If you think this was an innocent ad, you have not been paying attention.
Listen, and if you think that everything is racist and everything is xenophobic, you've been paying just way too much attention. You have been overpaying attention to absurd details. So we finish on this one with this crazy lady. We leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. That's gonna help me very much, and I want you to be the 5th subscriber of my channel. I have 4, not 4,000, not 400, not 4 million. I have 4, but I want you to be the 5th, and we are gonna have soon 1 million followers, because I say so, because I want to, because I need the million subscribers, and I count on you. Thank you so much. Please stand your ground. Don't let anybody tell you what to think, what to believe, what to say. You have independence, you have a mouth, you have your freedom of speech, your freedom of religion, your freedom of thought. Use it. Thank you very much again. This was Salt Chatterbox, and I'll let you be. See you in the next video.